Hi guys, it's me. Welcome to my channel and ER as a potato. Yes. Right now I'm just trying to do another video. From a previous video, I'm talking about the miracle of the Chimbo trainings. The winter break works. And yeah, at the time, like suddenly we have a jump, like suddenly 10,000 people for international team, and yeah, we are lacking a lot of people. It's not lacking off of international team, sorry. I mean for the whole team. Yeah, at that time, and it's a miracle for us like to overcome it. And right now, I want to talk about there's something I heard in the speech. From the World Mission Headquarters leader, Reverend Kandu. Yeah, his speech is really, for me, it's not really revolutionary. It's much more like for me, it's a brave speech somehow. Because in the past, it's much more like the leaders don't really talk about it. They will just be like, oh, yeah, actually, the leaders are always standing in the able position. So the ables are not supposed to be persecuted in this sense. Finally, some leaders will try to ask people to do something instead of telling them, oh yeah, you're just doing good. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and just continue, just be like yourself. But actually, a lot of leaders, they don't really have a system for them to grow. So that's why I would just say that, yeah, actually our leadership, a lot of science are immature, but at the same time, we give them too many, I mean, like a good price for them. Yeah. So that's why I want to talk about this topic today. The topic today that his speech talking about. So the most important few of the most important words that he say, yeah, our church is supposed to be the church of love. In the past, when everybody is loving each other, the church was growing so much. From my point of view, yes. I would say I'm like pretty agree on to his point onto these things. Our church in the past, like before, like everything like being like scattered all around, and yeah, every single one of our church like that denomination or like a separation. I don't know how should I call them division. I don't really know, but like before all that happened, and the major one happened. Um, Actually, our church is like really like lovely, peaceful. Yeah. But after that, because of a lot of like a thinking of like a how can I say, it's like a protective mindset just coming in. A protective mindset is not coming from love. Is for me, it's coming from fear. So because out of the fear, and they start to protect, and they thought this is love, but actually that's how Satan grew over people, and that's why like always like divine principle work onto people as well. But actually, divine principle have the most important thing that usually people don't really mention about it: the three object purpose. Next video, I'm gonna talk about it, but I want to talk about the Reverend Kandu speech, talking about like the Church of Love. So, from my point of view, like actually, his word, he also only said it like halfway. Like we, our church member already having faith, so we doesn't need to have a church of faith. Instead, we need to have a church of love. Like partially, partially, because or else like what he says is true, partially is true. I don't blame to him onto anything, but partially is true. Why I mean that is partially because if I just say that it's all true, then some of the church member or even the leaders will just gonna make it into extremists, and they're gonna just make it into something another polar of it, and it won't gonna be good, right? So when we talk about making it into a church of love, is that for me, our organization, our movement, so unificationist, I don't really love the name unificationist, but the Family Federation for the World Peace. That's what True Father wants to give us, and that's why we just keep on saying that our main goal and our main focus is the family. And because of the Family Federation for the World Peace, and it's supposed to be a church of love, and actually it just means that the church itself needs to be the one who giving love instead of like pushing truth onto the people. And like in this way, a lot of people are just gonna be really like questioning that, like in this way, then why we need to learn all the true, like true mother, like true parents theory or something like this, right? And because like it already been a while, and actually, if you really listen to true mother well, if you try to see the context and what true mother is going to say, instead of the leader saying, don't put the leader speaking into it. You only put true mother's word, and also like you try to analyze a little bit about like true mother's word, the background of it. Whenever true mother is like trying to emphasize that you all need to study the true parents theory, true mother say it to the leaders. But in front of the members, what true mother gonna say? True mother say that you all are my direct children. You can call me Wang Oma. I'm the Holy Mother Han. That's it. This two is so different. And the occasion is so different, but usually people don't really notice, and people only notice that it is true mother speaking, and that's why we need to listen, and that's why we need to follow, and everything else. And they didn't try to see like what's the differences between this occasion and what's the differences of the speech as well. I hope somebody can prove me wrong, or prove me right as well. I mean, if you have a research for it, I mean, I hope some EPA members, yeah. But then, yeah, let's do it in this way. So, what does it mean when True Mother only push this kind of like a theoretical thing to the leaders? Because instead, only in the church that we need to exist. Actually, for True Father always like expand onto a lot of like pillars. So basically, I will say into 3 or 4. First is the church. Then we have the institution, which means the academics. And after that, we have the NGOs, which the non-government organization, also like non-profit organizations as well, that try to attract people. Church to stay the people, and the academics is to train up leaderships. That is the 3 sectors of it. And another one for us to practically to run it, we need a business department. And we also need a law department to protect us, and also the history department, so we can try to record everything that we had in the past and until now. And there's more things like the art as well and the media as well. Everything is playing an important role. So that's why True Mother in the past, if you remember, like a Chomo era, and True Mother like put like a 6 pillars and talking all about it. And every pillar is of serving different purpose. Yeah, and it somehow led to like my idea, my structure of teamwork. So always when we talk about the teamwork, we always in our church usually often we'll just say that everyone just doing the same kind of efforts, everyone doing the same type of things. So that's what we call unity. Actually, unity is not working this way. I mean, if you ever play some team sports, I mean basketball, volleyball, football, and maybe even some other sports that I don't really know, maybe hockey or snow hockey, I don't know. Yeah, and usually everyone, like their focuses are totally different. Like they are in the team, they are doing different type of training, but then they have the same common goal, and because of the same common goal, they need to train hard in their own perspective, and they need to find the harmony, how they're gonna just work together. But work together doesn't mean that you blend together. No, you work together. That's how it is. That's supposed what's the teamwork that we need to talk about it. Yeah, but then in our church history, there's been a really long time. There's a lot of like elders that don't know about it, and because they don't really go to study and they don't even see like what they can do, or like how they can just involve more people into the organization. So the only thing they will just do, cancel somebody and like putting only the yes men surrounding them. So that's why it leads to me like that's what I call it, the stupidity of the East Asian leadership. Yep, yeah, that's how it happened. And yeah, what Raymond can do when he just mentioned about it. And actually, in a practical way, we can just do it really quickly. When I mean it really quickly, it's like really, really because it's like really small steps as well. Like a few days ago, I talked with another staff in a jumbo training center, and she said, like in the past, we have a lot of facilities and like a lot of concerns to those who are having disabilities or like elderlies. But right now, we are losing all this kind of like a specialty care for them, and it just felt like we are losing the love for everyone, and it actually just felt like really bad, to be honest, in a sense. And another sense is that actually our church, right after pandemics, for a really long time, and we are always only focusing onto the intellectual parts as well, and also like you can see that how I'm going to show is like through the demographic of our church as well. I mean, it's much more obviously we're growing in men instead of women for these few years. So this somehow show a little bit, yeah, it's working in a way, in a sense that how our church gonna just fix ourselves. At the same time, we are not making ourselves accurately intellectual accurate all the time. We just try to make ourselves to sound accurate, intellectual. So that's why all the situation like making people confused. Firstly, confused. Secondly, you're inaccurate. So everything is gonna sound like you are a self-centered people, self-centered leadership, and also only a bunch of people who don't value their own value, like don't value about your own self. If I just want to give an example, just look at the salary of our frontline members. I mean, frontline members is those who work full time in the church. Usually, they have really minimum wages, and it's all bad, to be honest. And they are usually overworking themselves. And how are you going to say that you love yourself? How you are going to say that you can comfort your mother? How are you going to say that you can sustain yourself for a lifetime just for the faith? No. Basically, you are proving everything is wrong. So that's why it's like so bad for True Mother as well. And True Mother actually didn't want to see this. But a lot of time our children were just like trying to, yeah, have a self-interpretation and forcefully putting onto other people and using position to suppress other people and saying that, oh, because I have the position, I'm an able position and I'm much more closer to the heavenly parent and true parent. So that's why you came and you represent sacred. So you get down. Yeah. Usually they have this kind of narrative. It's really naive, but it just happened, like in a sad way. So somehow for a long time, our church like always struggling to tell those people who are having a position like that what you're saying, I don't really think it's good. I think we need to change. I don't think I would like it. I don't think we'll develop our church in a better way. No, we didn't have this kind of chance to speak it out. But instead, what we got in the past is that the more we talk, we're being caned out, and we're being they're being punished, and a lot of them like in terms of it, they die. Yeah, and after that, yeah, everyone can do talking about it, and he at the same time, to be honest, I think, from my point of view, is a big slap onto the face of the elders who always trying to just say that, yeah, I'm the most faithful person in the world because I was like so close to true parents. But usually there are the people who only like to call true mother true parents, and they don't even dare to call true mother true mom. Shame on to them. Yeah, this kind of situation will just keep on happening. Yeah, so that's why actually love itself is the most important thing in terms of our church structure. So only the love that you can try to attract people, only the love you can try to stay people, only the love you can raise up more leaders into the position. That's how we need to have, and that's how we need to do. And like, yeah, always if we are trying to love more people, it's better for us to try to just change one things a day. I mean, as an organization, we just change one thing that will help other minority, like not minorities, but let's say some disabled peoples, or like to help the people to feel happy, to help people to stay connected, how to let people to have a, to build up a community of love, like how to, like when you're talking about love, it's talking about the relationship. So how to build up the relationship, that's the main issue. And instead of like we just keep on saying that, oh yeah, it's just because that our church, so that's the hierarchy and you absolutely need to follow. No, if you just want to follow that in that way, and I mean forcefully, it's not good. Like when people praise you and you ask people to praise you, it's totally two different things. When there is love, the hierarchy just automatically form. And this kind of hierarchy is like from bottom to up, it's not from top to bottom. So yeah, the sequence is totally different. So you doesn't need to forcefully to make it. If you just forcefully make it, it don't make it. Yeah. In the Chinese, there's a story where say that you just putting out the pedophile and you tell the pedophile we're just gonna grow. No, you're just gonna kill it. That's it. The same thing. Yep. So that's what I want to talk about, the Reverend Kandu's message. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Yeah. And for the next video, I'm just going to talk about the three object purpose. This is the most important part of the divine principle, but always in the divine principle lectures, the lecturer is going to skip it. Why? I'm going to explain a little bit for the next video, but that's our next topic. So yeah, so if you want to support me, please go down to the description and see like buy me a coffee. Yeah, please press the link and you go inside and you just donate me the money and I will just get all the money. And yeah, thank you for your support. And if you like my video, please remember to like, subscribe, put a notification for yourself, and also share it to more of your friends. Always my view is only like 30 to 40 people. I want to grow, please. Yeah. So see you in the next video. Peace.